So I have United Healthcare, and I have just received my benefit summary for next year. If I keep my current plan, my monthly premium is going up 52.8%.
We have big news right now. Health insurance prices are expected to skyrocket. Premiums for those who are getting health insurance through the Affordable Care Act will go up on average 15%, sometimes as high as 75%, according to latest NBC News reporting in 2026, because various Affordable Care Act subsidies that were set to expire at the end of 2025 will in fact expire.
But the healthcare numbers that came out were shocking. So without the tax credits, which again, Republicans got rid of in their big, beautiful bill at the beginning of this year, premiums are skyrocketing as much as 300%. And 90% of people who are on Obamacare get these tax premiums. So it's like 20 million people. ABC News interviewed a woman who used to pay $500 for coverage for both her husband and herself. And now she saw her premium for next year, it's $2,000. Oh my God.
Okay, y'all. I got this in the mail today. This is from Cigna. They are my health insurance provider, telling me that my monthly premiums effective January 1st, 2026 under the Affordable Care Act are going to go from $24 a month to $1,473 a month and 3 cents. I was trying to do the math on that. That's approximately an increase of 6,100%. Yeah, bitches. This is what the Democrats are fighting against.
People are waking up realizing why President Donald Trump and the Republicans wanted to pass this so quick and the government shutdown to end before people start realizing how much their health care premiums are going up. There is video after video of people getting on here, middle-class families, some of them even seem to be a little bit wealthier, talking about their health insurance premiums have went up to be as much as some people's house payments. Some of them have doubled to triple.
It's being reported that healthcare premiums are going to go up 18 to 30%. They're saying that's about $200 to $1,000 extra every single month.
This bill that the Republicans just pushed, the one that increases your health care, guess how much it increases it by? I'll give you a second. Did you say 13 to 16%? Okay, so if you make $100,000, then your bills are going to be $13,000 of a premium. That's how much it's going to cost you. So can you imagine if we put 13% of our taxes into a socialized healthcare, how much healthcare we would actually get? Nationwide, right? But they've got you bickering and arguing against yourselves on who's going to pay it. We're all going to fucking pay it, guys. And we're all going to get the premium package. Health, dental, and vision insurance. You know, your teeth are a part of your body. Your vision is a part of your body. So why do you have 3 different fucking insurances? That's just on healthcare they're going up 13%. That's not including your dental or vision. This is fucked up, guys. And why are we fighting over this? Why aren't we just holding them accountable and getting the healthcare that we actually need? 13 to 16 fucking percent? That's a lot of fucking money. A lot of fucking money, and I'm not gonna stand for it.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of FAFO season. Man, MAGA voters are finding out that voting against their best interest is actually taking a big toll against them. You know, these are the people who supported this administration just a few months ago. Now they're losing their minds. Why? Because their healthcare premiums just exploded. And now they want to call it the Dems' fault. The Repubs are calling it the Dems' fault. But here's where it's getting messy, because that claim doesn't seem to hold water. How are you calling it the Dems' fault? You voted for this. This is exactly what you wanted for. You effed around. Now you're finding out, and unfortunately you don't like it. But let's keep watching through this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit that like button, and I'll be back with more commentary after this.
So I have United Healthcare, and I have just received my benefit summary for next year. If I keep my current plan, my monthly premium is going up 52.8%. Let me show you. My premium will be going from an already outrageous $422.04 per month to $644.91. I don't understand how this is legal, I don't understand how this is ethical. I don't understand anything about it. If I didn't have access to the medications that I take on a monthly and daily basis, I would be dead, or I would be so sick mentally and physically that I'm unable to work. How am I supposed to do this? Luckily, because the health insurance that my job provides has become so expensive, I qualify for a tax credit. And so my plan with my tax credit really isn't going up all that much. But still, technically, it is $650 for me to live every month, for me to survive. What is going on in this country?
Guys, just a quick video about my health insurance nightmare. So I got my letter yesterday from Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina, and my health insurance premium is going to go up from $218 a month to $1,408 a month. Yeah. That's a 546% increase on my health insurance. And it's particularly galling to me because I watched Dr. Oz stand in the White House press briefing room yesterday, and when asked by the press corps about these letters everyone was receiving all across America about these astronomical increases, he said that it was not true, that no one was receiving more than a $50 increase. Now, obviously, the cat's out of the bag. People know that it's going to be more than $50, but please make your videos, make our, voices heard here so they know what's going on. Please call those folks in Washington so that, the Chuck Edwards of the world can hear how you feel about the fact that he voted for that big, ugly bill. And now the result is a 546% increase on health insurance.
All right, it's the day that all our healthcare insurance premiums go up. How much did yours go up? Mine went up $230 a month. I don't think I can pay that. I might be having to go without health insurance. This is insane. I cannot believe we live in the richest country in the world and we can't have healthcare. Millions of people are going to lose their healthcare because of this. So I want to know, how much did your premiums go up? Are you willing to pay that? And how do you feel about this whole situation? I feel just defeated, just so angry. Ever since I've been paying my own health insurance since the age of 26, it's only gotten more and more expensive and less things have been covered, to the point where I'm literally moving to an entirely new country because that is the only way I can get health care. It's unbelievable. It's just absolutely insane to me that we cannot figure out a system in this country that works for its citizens. I'm just at a loss for words, honestly, at this point.
Everybody's healthcare premiums are tripling.
What happened?
People are going to have to pay 3 times more for healthcare, paying 4 times higher, and are posting their new bills online. This is happening because of the government shutdown. Republicans want their healthcare premiums to increase. But now it's going to happen anyway.
So then what do we do from
the
here?
reason their healthcare premiums are increasing anyway, in the bill that caused the government Democrats shutdown, wanted to renew the tax credits for healthcare premiums so that they wouldn't increase and would stay the same. Republicans didn't care about that and wanted them to increase. Because of that, the bill didn't pass because they couldn't agree on what to do.
So then why won't Republicans just agree?
Republicans are saying they refuse to cooperate with Democrats. They're telling everybody that Democrats want to give health insurance to illegal immigrants. So they're blaming them for the shutdown.
That doesn't even make any sense.
How so, mustache boy?
What is there to talk about when they could just keep everybody's healthcare premiums the same as they are now? And
because it's better to raise everybody's healthcare premiums than let the illegal immigrants get some healthcare too.
That's intentionally dishonest because it's federally illegal.
Well, uneducated Americans believe it, so...
How do we have $1 trillion to billionaire tax cuts and $40 billion for Argentina, but no funds to help Americans with their health cares or give people their SNAP benefits?
Because it's too late! Taking money or health care. Taking money is not. It's a billionaire.
I found out today from the marketplace that instead of paying $650 a month for health insurance for my son and me, I'm now going to be paying, with my current plan, $1,151 and some cents per month for my monthly premium. And my deductible is increasing from $1,500 to $4,000. I'm self-employed, so I don't have the option for employer health insurance. And I'm a single mother, so I don't have a spouse I can get health insurance from. And you would think if monthly premiums are doubling, Surely my pay would also double from the health insurance companies, but unfortunately that isn't how it works. And if you didn't already know, this is why Democrats haven't signed the bill. This is why they're refusing to sign, because they knew that people like me were going to see our health insurance premiums double without the subsidies, the premium tax credits.
So look at this map. This is a map of all the states in the United States who receive Affordable Care Act benefits, meaning subsidies. These subsidies help them pay their monthly health care insurance premiums. The redder you see on the map means the higher percentage of those states actually receive Affordable Care Act subsidies. So now they're going to reopen the government, and they claim that they'll allow us to have a vote in December to keep the subsidies in place. But we know the Republicans want to let them expire. And if they expire, a bunch of millions of people's insurance is going to spike. Like, whatever your payment is now is very likely to triple. No exaggeration. Look at the map. On this map, all the red you see, most of them are red states. In other words, MAGA, Republicans. So now what do you want your representatives to do? How do you want them to vote?
Someone needs to tell you the truth as to why we're shut down. We're shut down for one reason and one reason only. Republicans want to make healthcare as miserable as possible. And they achieve that by getting rid of the credits, the subsidies for healthcare. If Democrats don't protect those subsidies, healthcare shoots up 200%. And then Republicans get to watch the prices go crazy and go, yeah, their health care plan is terrible. We told you it wouldn't work. We told you it was terrible. That's what this is all about. Make no mistake. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. That is exactly what is happening. And Democrats cannot, what are they going to do? They have to protect this for people. They have to protect health care. Otherwise, it doubles and triples. And then it's just a spiral and gets worse and worse and worse. The more people that come off of health care, the more expensive it's going to get. Republicans know all of this. And they just want to make it as miserable as possible. They've been literally trying to get rid of Obamacare for years and years and years and years. And this is simply another step to do that. So don't make any mistake. This doesn't have anything to do with anything else than just trying to make Obamacare look really, really bad. And they achieve that if the Democrats say, okay, we'll go ahead and pass it, and then we'll discuss the health care credits and all. No. Republicans won't help health care at all. They want health care to be as expensive and as miserable as possible because they had nothing to do with it. But they've had everything to do with making it worse and worse. And that's what Republicans do. They make things worse and worse. Like and follow for more.
All right, guys, there you have it. Actually, this is crazy, man. This is the administration that MAGA actually voted for to put Americans first. They vowed to make America great again. And I wonder what in the explanation was actually putting America first. What in their explanation was actually making America great again by making people's lives even harder than they were, by scrapping off the Dems programs like Medicaid, Medicare, Obamacare, insurance, because people are actually waking up to the fact that this has actually been an illusion. Because a lot of these people, these MAGA supporters, they're waking up to the fact that, wait a minute, we thought our lives would actually turn for the better, but it has gone and become worse than it was before. And trust me, a lot of these people that actually depend on subsidies for healthcare are red states, because some of the poorest places, rural places in America that actually live on welfare It's in the red states. Blue states have always been bailing out these people. They have always been bailing out these red states. Now they thought that they were cutting the West and making America great again. And now they're losing all this. And they're finding out that vocally they might be Republicans, but, mentally and in terms of what they need, they're actually Democrats, because they're finding out that the things that they need the things that they need the most, especially Medicaid, Medicare, insurance, these Obamacare, SNAP benefits, all that is going away during this government shutdown, just because the Repubs are actually accusing the Dems of wanting to give free healthcare to illegal immigrants. And how does that even make sense? If you're illegal, how do you even qualify for a government program? It doesn't make sense. Now, in states like California, reports suggest that nearly 1.7 million people could see their premiums jump on average about $125 a month. That is crazy. That's gonna happen if Congress doesn't extend the subsidies. Now, nationwide, analysts actually warn that premiums could rise 136% on average for people who get help via the Affordable Care Act marketplaces if those enhanced tax credits expire. Now, in Connecticut, state health officials are warning that 140,000 plus people are facing, sticker shock unless Congress acts. So yes, people are actually going to get hit hard. And here's the cruelty twist, because many of them probably voted for the same politicians who are now blaming someone else. And that's typical MAGA for you. But let me know in the comments, what do you think about today's episode? I'm your presenter, Joel Mugisha. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing, hit that like button. See you in the next episode.